Hey nerds, I'm here at Wiscon, which is a writing convention here in Wisconsin. Cleverly named, right? Whenever I look up Wiscon on the internet, it just thinks I want Wisconsin. Anyway, I'm here because I'm going to be in a writing critique where I get to have somebody, well, 4 people look at my writing and tell me all of the things that I'm doing wrong. So that'll be fun. Nothing like a little soul-crushing to start out your morning. But anyway, I wanted to share my Wiscon experience with you all because this is my very first ever writing convention. I apologize for the quality of these videos. They're going to be very, very vloggy and informal. There's not going to be a lot of cuts because I don't have my good editing software with me, so I'm probably just going to be using Windows Media Maker or whatever, which is just terrible, but it'll do to cobble things together. So I will I guess get back to you after I'm done with the critique and tell you how that went and how crushed my soul actually became. I have a very sturdy soul, so we're gonna find out. This should be interesting. I'll see you guys then. Hey everybody, I'm back. I did the Wiscon Writers Critique actually several hours ago. It's several hours since I did that, wearing a different shirt and everything. But I wanted to let you all know how it went and let you know a little bit about Wiscon, my experience so far. I'll be vlogging this weekend for you to let you know. I'm sorry, there's a truck outside. I apologize for all the noise. We're on the first floor of our hotel, so noisy. Anyway, Wiscon, Wisconsin Writers Convention. It's also, it's a feminist sci-fi and a fantasy convention, first and foremost, but it is just kind of a blanketly a writers convention too. So, I mean, you should just be feminist, just in general, so I don't think that really matters too much. Got my con badge and cool stuff, like they have pronoun tags for you, for your preferred pronoun. They have these special cards for you that you can put on your badge. Green means please talk to me, I don't mind being talked to. Red means don't talk to me at all. And yellow means I will talk to you people, but only people that I have met. So I have got my green one here because, you know, people can talk to me, whatever. But anyway, that's a little bit about the con so far. I've met some really cool people. I did my critique with the first 2 chapters of Diary of a Demon. And it went pretty well. I was pretty happy with it. We had a really good group. I think our group was very succinct and we were very on task. We were like very good at keeping to our time. The way it went was you got everybody's stories ahead of time, and then you read them and critiqued them and wrote up critiques or whatever on your computer, and then you brought them to the day of, and everybody was given 5 minutes to talk about each story. So like you know, for first person story I would critique, and then the other people would critique for 5 minutes, and then that person would have 5 minutes to talk to us about our critique that we had, and it flowed really well in our group. We kept very strictly to our time. We had great people. There was no, sometimes you worry that like with this sort of thing that there's going to be the one story that you just are like, oh, this is really bad and there's no saving this. But we didn't have that in our group. It was all really good. Every story seemed like it had potential and could be made better by our critique. I felt like a little bit of a scrub myself because I'm not as used to critiquing people, so like the stuff that I noticed that maybe bothered me did not necessarily bother anyone else, so I felt like maybe some of my suggestions weren't the most helpful. Otherwise, I mostly came up with stuff that everybody else came up with too, but I did feel pretty good about myself because a lot of the stuff that I came up with was also said by our leader, who is an actual published author, leader of our group, and so that was cool. You know, at least we were on the same wavelength because she always went last, so I could always know what we had in common. So even though I may have said some stupid stuff that didn't really matter, I said some kind of smart stuff too sometimes. And then afterward we went out to a coffee shop, which was really nice because we got to actually talk and get to know these other writers. I am so sad, as you guys know, that I don't have other writers in my life, so it's really nice to just sit down and talk about writing with people who are all writing, because in my real life I do not know very many writers, and that's very sad to me. Trying to think of more things. I'm not used to having to do the stream of consciousness type of vlog. I'm used to being able to pause and think, and then I cut that out. editing later, but I'm not going to do that because all I have is Windows Movie Maker. So I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I need to tell you guys about. I would recommend it. I recommend always going to critiques. That's the main reason I came to Wiscon. Like, I was looking at Wiscon and I was like, oh, they have a critique? Sign me the fuck up. So that's the main reason I came here. So now I get to do, I don't know, go to panels and maybe see the cool people that I met again. If any of them are watching this, hey, sweet. I didn't expect any of you to actually check this out, so that's awesome that you're here, and you're the bestest that ever was, like Pokemon. So, yeah, I am probably gonna go back for a party later. I needed a little break. We came back to the hotel room because I needed a break for my social anxiety and for my social exhaustion was starting to kick in, and I was like, I need to just be alone for a while and see where I feel after that. But I'll probably go out again because I do really like meeting these people and I love talking about books with people. So I think I'm rambling, but I will let y'all know as this continues how Wiscon goes for me, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I'll see you next time.